into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
You got that dream.
Welcome to the Vanderpump Rules AfterBuzz TV After Show. This is Season 3, Episode 6, Kiss and Tell. I'm your host, Jake DuPree, and it's me flying all the way solo tonight. But I have a lot to talk about because this episode was actually somewhat interesting. The past few weeks, I've been wanting more from the episodes a little bit. Some of the first few, like the 3 were awesome, and then the 4th and 5th have been kind of like, ugh. But this one, we actually got some good dirt, and I was actually really shocked to find out some of the things that were said. So let's get into it. First up, we have Stassi and Katie talking about the whole Tom Schwartz cheating on her thing, and Stassi had a lot to say to Katie, and at the end of the episode you see Christina Kelly along with Katie and Stassi all talking about the whole shenanigans, and we come to find out that Tom Schwartz actually did cheat on Katie. He made out with somebody and he was really drunk, so I don't know if that counts as cheating, but it is cheating in a sense because it's like you're with someone else, which is very odd. But the girls think that Katie is definitely not standing up for herself and is letting Tom fly free, basically, and just letting him get away with murder. I don't know if I agree with that. I think that Tom Schwartz has proved throughout all the seasons that we've seen, at least, and also when we've had him in here in studio, they seem to be really in love with each other, and they have a really deep relationship that's not the vapid things that happen on this show usually, and like very vain things that happen on this show. And I think that they have something that could really last for a really long time. And I hope that they do because I think they're cute. But I do think that I think it's really shady that Tom didn't tell Katie that he had made out with someone else, because people should be honest, I think. What a concept. But I really hope that they can work that out. But the whole thing is, like, Stassi having such an opinion about it, and I think that that's what's going to ultimately end Katie and Stassi's friendship. And I got some exclusive from a few of the cast members, and that might actually be what happens, is that Katie just wants Stassi to, like, stop being a negative person and stop harping on these things. But Stassi has a right to, because, you know, she went through a cheating situation with Jax, and she doesn't want Katie to go through the same thing. So I get it. Also, we have this episode. Jax, I mean, he is in the middle of everything. Like, literally, he is the one that starts. He's the fire that ignites everything. I mean, first of all, he told Kristen that Tom slept with his girlfriend's best friend. Wasn't true. Good thing Kristen caught on. Second of all, he goes and tells Katie and all of them that it's not true. It was like, dude, you cannot tell people, like, all these lies and expect nothing to happen or come back to you, because ultimately these people are like, that's what they're all about, is just figuring out these things and making each other look bad. So get it together. And also, he just needs to stop worrying about Tom as a friend. I think that what he thinks, and Tom Sandoval made a good point about this. He said that Jax thinks he's being really chivalrous and like a really great friend by creating drama to hopefully end their relationship, when in fact, that's not a good friend. Like, people don't do that in normal lives, I don't think. But that's their life. And Jax is just, he's really nauseating me this whole season. I mean, every season he kind of nauseates me, and I've kind of said that on here, but he is kind of, he's just a cheese ball, and like, get over it and leave people alone, let people do their own thing, because Jax is the one that really, he's a catalyst in his own life where he's doing lots of bad things and lots of things that aren't necessarily of substance or anything of good quality, I guess. And leave people alone that actually are capable of that, because Tom Schwartz is definitely capable of living a great life, and so is Katie, and like I want them to be happy together. So Jax, leave them alone. But I really hope that Tom will kind of distance himself from Jax, because like Stassi said, if you surround yourself with people that are doing bad things, then ultimately you'll start emulating what's happening. And I think that that's maybe what Tom Schwartz did. I mean, you see all these people partying and hooking up and whatever. You put yourself in that situation, something's going to happen. So I feel bad that Tom Schwartz got in that little hotbed of disgustingness, because he's not that, I don't think. And I really understand where Katie's coming from. Like, why would Tom want to be friends with Jax and Scheana when they're starting all these rumors about his girlfriend? And that's, you know, that's something that we all have to think about, I guess, in terms of what's going to happen and in our own lives. Like, who do we want to surround ourselves with and emulate and also be a part of and encourage us and inspire us? And I think that Jax is definitely not doing any favors for anybody. He's making sure that everybody's lives are pretty sorted. And I hope that Tom will step away from him, or at least, you know, find a balance between him and Katie and Jax, because Lord knows there's a lot of hotbed of stuff going on. And I also want to give a shout out to Scheana, because I thought she looked gorgeous in the scene with Kristen and her talking about the whole thing and all the drama. She looked really, really pretty, and I was super excited about her looking so natural and without a lot of makeup and whatever. It's really refreshing to see her that way. This episode I thought was going to bring a lot of goodness, because next week it looks like it's going to be some really, really crazy drama with Kristen bringing up more stuff, and it's just disheartening to see her getting involved with so many things and not letting things go. So I would like to move into some predictions for next week.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I'm going to predict that Kristen will, again, turn everybody against her, and she's officially going to have Tom Sandoval done. Like, they are going to be over. I think that I think that he's going to see how truly crazy she is after all this time, even though she's really shown how crazy she is this whole time, and they're going to be done. And I hope you've enjoyed my lovely stream of consciousness. You can find me on Twitter at Jake_DuPree and on Instagram at Jake DuPree, as well as my website, JakeDuPree.com. I'll see you next week. You'll have the full staff back on with me. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.